Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're back. We had to take a couple weeks off, just life, and just need a little tiny little break. So we're here for some post-Thanksgiving goodness with Daisies, a movie that came out on Blu-ray DVD this month from the Criterion Collection from 1966. It is Czechoslovakian new wave,
Yeah.
and it's about two girls. I believe their name was Marie and Marie.
Yeah.
Marie 1 and Marie 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in a movie. It was a movie, but it was
it was something.
It was like very weird. It reminds you of like movies like Grey Gardens or some old John Waters films where it's just like kind of like
I just know
focusing on characters and they're kind of like
I just know that I don't get it.
Yeah.
I know, like, because you watch the movie without knowing anything. You then have to read up on the movie because you don't know anything.
Yeah. It came off it to me as this may be a short episode. I'm not sure. It's hard to really dissect the film, but I think it's very like an anti-rich societal order kind of thing, but anti-bougie. Maybe it's because literally, like, I watched this movie before I watched this movie. I watched the new movie, The Menu.
Yeah.
And that's very Eat the Rich kind of style, and I just like maybe that just tied into it.
No, that's supposedly what it's about.
Yeah, it's very surrealistic.
To me, this is like, I really understand that new wave part of that like group.
Yeah,
with this movie, just because it's very experimental with like the cuts, the direction, the just like doing weird color overlays and stuff. And just like my first initial experience with French New Wave doing that, I don't really understand why, other than they could.
Yeah,
that might be the case.
It may be of what was going on in Czechoslovakia back then.
Maybe.
It's kind of like it's not just a deconstruction of like.
I believe this is what like,
the bougie stuff, the rich life. It's also kind of like it's breaking walls with patriarchy.
Well, I think it's also like I know around that time I think they were dealing with whatever tyrannical government was around.
Yeah.
And
it is very anti-authoritarian.
And that's what I think it is. It's when you look back and you see these fairly oppressive governments, that's where these underground kind of artistic scenes where people just kind of try and throw the shackles off kind of come from. And I get a lot of those vibes out of it.
The movie is very like it's
hard to follow, that's for sure.
It's kind of like, I don't know why I'm bringing this as an example. It's like from the Dana Carvey show when they have, it's like, I think it's Dana Carvey. It's like
it's the prank one.
It's the prank one where it's the same characters. They do various pranks and it's like 2 minutes and then they move on.
Yeah.
It felt like that's what this movie was. It was like a prank with the same characters and they move on to the next prank, the next prank, the next prank.
Just and they do kind of like, I shouldn't say it's completely inexplicable.
There's a thorough line in there.
There's that very early part where they're like, the world is spoiled. What's spoiled about it? Everything. So let's be spoiled too.
Yeah.
And they just kind of go around looking like, they're very entitled and very, acting immature and childish. And it's pretty much, they go and do all these kind of very bourgeoisie kind of things. They go to the fancy club where they have that ridiculous dance number going on that they try and interrupt and then mess with the other guests.
Yeah.
They go on dates with these older men and just take them for a ride. And literally take them for a train ride and then leave them on the train.
Yeah.
Like things like that.
There's a scene where the brunette is on a date with a older gentleman, and the other one shows up and just starts eating all the food. It's very. It's a big middle. I feel like it's a big middle finger.
Yeah.
To the society at the time.
Right.
It's hard to really digest it as a male in 2022 watching it. It's because I feel like it's a product of the time, and I don't think it's for two men in their 30s. And
it's not only that, we're also not from that time period or area.
That's it. Yeah.
So like I can get behind the rebellious nature of it.
It's very anarchy.
But I didn't really particularly enjoy it. I didn't really understand everything about it. Like, I'm sure there's some things that occurred that are very kind of specific to either that time period or that area that I just don't get.
Yeah.
And it's not the most approachable film that we've seen, and it's still not the least approachable that we've seen on the show, but this is very close to that part of the spectrum rather than being easily digestible or easily like relatable.
Yeah. All right, Joe. So, would you recommend this film to the general audience?
No.
I'm pretty much in the same way. I watched it on HBO Max. You watched it on the Criterion channel. If you want to check it out, it's on there. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for you. But I feel like if you really want to know what Czech new wave is, or if you want to get into like, it's kind of like, would you say it's proto-feminist a little bit?
Oh no, it's got feminist.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I think feminism was in the '60s anyway, so I don't think it's proto.
Yeah, no, it's in that time period. It's just we had that movement in America.
Yeah.
Second wave feminism at that point. I don't know what it was like in Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic. Whatever is the proper term.
Yeah. I do think the movie is probably important that we're just not grasping.
Yeah. The
comment section, I'm sure you will remind us on how wrong we are, and that's fine because I would like to learn more about the film because I feel like both of us just did not catch it at the right time to really get it.
And it's one of those things where it's like I appreciate, like I said, the rebellious nature, the going against the grain, and really like just trying new things.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things where I didn't really connect with it, even being, a bit of a contrarian at times.
Yeah.
And, like, you have these through lines where it does almost seem like a sketch film where it's like, you have this part where they're together in their apartment, and they go, what do you want to do? And then they do something, and then they finish that. They're back at their apartment. I'm bored. What do you want to do? And it's just kind of like that.
It's like webisodes or something, So that's our thoughts on Daisies. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Daisies, how wrong we are, and stuff like that. Or how, if you agree with us. Make other suggestions of movies that are similar to this. Maybe a little more or less chaotic, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
And be sure to subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends about it, and follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions, and all that. We did take a break for the past few weeks. We are going to be doing some more content this month, especially December. We got some Christmas stuff we're doing. We got some more Criterion stuff we're doing. Yeah. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we will see you later.